Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is actually something that's quite different on my channel because I feel like I always do like Asian, Japanese, Korean skincare, makeup and all of that. But actually it is a lovely Priceline haul. If you are not from Australia and don't know what Priceline is, it is basically a drugstore. Yeah, it's a drugstore. I would say it's probably like in between a CVS and Ulta. Like it's not as nice as Ulta, but it's not as like pharmacy drugstore like CVS. And I actually used to work at Priceline for a very long time actually. It's all throughout school and a bit past. I worked there for like over 5 years. So it is like my home ground. It is kind of the place where they sell most drugstore brands and more. So the price point is actually really good compared to a lot of other stores in Australia. I feel like every girl knows what Priceline is. Probably every guy, probably every person in Australia knows what Priceline is. And recently, just the other week, they did a half price cosmetic sale. They had all the makeup for half price. Half price. I'm too excited that I can't even say it. Half price, which obviously is amazing. If you don't know already, Australia racks up makeup prices like there is no tomorrow. Easily double or triple the amount that it is in America. So I usually never buy stuff when it's full price, but when it's half price, I'm like, hell yes. Half price is basically the best deal you're ever gonna get. So I went in and grabbed some few things from the sale, of course. I feel like with skincare, I'm always Japanese, Korean, Asian skincare all the way. But with makeup, as I have mentioned in the past, I actually like Western makeup better for most things just because they have more like, as you can see, like dramatic, intense, more pigmented colors and more variety in products that they sell with makeup compared to Japan. It's the first time I kind of did a full shop with like buying Western products and Western brands. So I thought I would share with you guys what I picked up at the Priceline half price try again. Half price Priceline cosmetic sale. So first, we will go with Boujois, which I only did buy one product from, but I got their Contour Edition Lip Liner in #1 Nude Wave. This is my favorite lip liner. The color, the texture, everything about it, I absolutely love it. It is my #1 most used lip liner, and usually I'm not a person who uses lip liner that much, just because it's hard to match it with your lipstick sometimes. But this lip liner, I have to have it. It's just that perfect like nude pinky shade. I often wear it by itself, like literally just as itself. It gives a very like satin matte finish, and often when I do wear it by itself like as a lipstick, so many people ask me what color it is and I'm always like, it's actually a lip liner. If you haven't tried it already, and if you have Boujois close by, like it's just my go-to lip liner. The color is just amazing, and it is a nude wave, but it definitely has enough color and depth to it that you can wear it alone like a lipstick, and I absolutely love it. So I picked myself up two of those. I don't know why I'm so like, I'm like super pumped up right now. Maybe because it's makeup. I haven't done a makeup video in so long. I feel like it's always like skincare, or has been for a while. So there's makeup junkies, woohoo, with me. Next is Australis, which from the name of it, obviously it's an Australian brand, and I believe you can only get it in Australia, but they have been doing such a good job with coming out with like innovative, new, intense, cool products for like the last few years, and really have been strong at their game. While I was away in Japan for 2 years, I guess they released this new Girl Boss Demi Matte Lip Cream, which they were super famous for their Velour Lips matte lip creams, which I did a swatches and demo video on like years ago. So if anyone wants to check that out, I guess I'll leave it in the iCard. It's super embarrassing. But they came out with this new formula which has a demi matte finish. I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing the red one, which is called Strength. Usually I would go for a more deeper blue red, but because I have so many of those, I thought maybe I should go for more like an orange base, a bit more brighter red, and I actually really like it. And the finish is, I guess, demi matte. It is definitely like quite glossy, but it's not sticky. It feels very comfortable, but it's definitely not like a complete matte finish, but I really do like it. I don't know about the longevity because today is the first time I'm wearing it, and I've only had it on for about half an hour, so I don't know how long it'll last. But I did pick up one in Strength and one called Slay, which the pigment is like insane in these. Just like one swipe and there is a lot of pigment, but that's another kind of nudie pink kind of neutral color, which actually like is paired perfectly with my lip liners. It's such a wearable, nice kind of warm dusky pink. I like nudes, but I can't go too nude with my features, I feel. So for me, that's like quite nude, but a really nice pinky color, and they smell amazing. They smell like classic Australis velour lips. They smell like sherbet, and I'm totally in love with it. So I did pick up two of the Girl Boss Demi Matte Lip Creams, which I think they were down to like $7 or $8. So really, really good, cheap, glossy matte lip demi thingies. Next, we're going to move on to a Maybelline, which I bought. Ooh, just realized I bought all face products, which is quite interesting for me. First is the Fit Me foundation, which, surprise, I actually have never used it before. I feel like everyone has tried it. I feel like it's one of the best drugstore foundations that they say they have out there. And honestly, what convinced me in buying it was when I saw an ad recently and they said it's now in 40 shades, which I think is amazing for a drugstore brand to have 40 shades in their foundation. So I thought, why not? While it's half price, I'll finally give the Fit Me a go and see how it is. I did realize their original one, which has the dewy finish, only has like 10 shades, and then the matte poreless normal to oily skin actually has the 40 shades. I am the shade 118 in the light beige, and I guess to go with that, and also because I was looking for a new loose powder, the Master Fix Baking Plus Brightening Loose Powder. This is something that they released while I was gone too, so I had never seen it before. They had two types. They had like an illuminating loose powder, and then they had this one which says it is for baking. So I did want to set my foundation, so I thought I would try out the baking one. From what I can see, it has a slight like yellowy color to it, but they didn't have multiple shade ranges in it, so I'm assuming it is universal. And it's cool because I guess like being back over here, the makeup trends and everything are so different. Like in Japan, they will not have baking products. Like baking is not a thing, and like strong contouring and highlighting is not a thing. Like everything's very natural. So I thought it would be interesting to try out a baking loose powder, because I've never had anything that is purposefully for baking. Like I've only had translucent powders that I have baked with, but as you may have guessed, I'm not like biggest into baking. I only do it very, very occasionally when I do like a full face, but I guess we will see what that one is like. The last product I got from Maybelline was the Master Strobing Liquid. It's really quite shimmery. I did buy the lighter one. There was two shades. There was light and medium, and I did buy the light. It definitely does have that pearlescent look. It has a bit of like a pinky tint to it, but it dries very, very matte, very, very smooth, which is nice. I don't know how it would sit on top of foundation just because I haven't tried it. The only thing is I would not put it in areas that you might have like larger pores, because it can make them stand out from that kind of shininess to it. But I am kind of interested to try it out and also use it as like a liquid highlighter. And then the brand that I bought most from was NYX. NYX is like pretty affordable already, but with half price I'm like, heels, yeah, let's just get into it. First I got the Love You So Mochi highlighting palette. I did try to install. There were two colors. The other one was really, really nice as well, but I thought because I am like fairly fair, I did get the lighter one. And the thing about it is that it is like a mochi souffle texture, which I think is really cool. So it's really quite fluffy, really nice. They come out pretty intense. They have like one which has like a bluey tint, one has a pinky tint, and one is more gold. I did not like kind of delve into highlighters that much in Japan because they're not as big or they're not as intense. So I picked up a little palette so I can experiment with some different highlighters. So that's the NYX Love You So Mochi in Arcade Glam shade with that one. Next I bought the HG Studio Photogenic Concealer in the shade yellow, I think it is. So I actually wanted the light also, like the lighter shade of the concealer, but of course they were out of stock because I did go on the last day of the sale. But I did get the brightener, which I used to use a yellow based concealer all the time for under my eyes, but I thought it would be a good chance to give it a go anyways and kind of feel the texture of it, because I saw a lot of reviews and people were really liking the texture and the coverage of them. So I thought I would like a brightener anyway, so I'll get this, see the texture and all of that, and then if I really do like it, I can get the light one another time. Next I got a brow pencil from NYX, the Micro Brow Pencil in shade Chocolate. I have been using the Anastasia Dip Brow for like years now, and that's like all I use on my brows. I just use that, but some days I just can't be bothered, and I also just want to try some new brow products. Like I've just stuck with it for so long, I don't really know where to start. I liked the fact that this was like a really, really fine tip. So it'd be good to kind of, if you wanted to draw fake feathery brows on, I thought that would work really well. A lot of things were sold out, so I did definitely have to kind of compromise in some senses, but I'm hoping that this is the right shade for me. Whoop. Super, super thin. It has a lovely, oh, wrong side. It does have a lovely spoolie on it. I like how it's quite thin and not like a thick spoolie, and really is super thin, super micro. I feel like the shade will be okay. It's still kind of like not as dark as I thought, I guess, like compared to the packaging. It feels like it'll stay really well too. Although it is quite hard. I guess we'll work with that one and see. But I haven't had like a wind up brow pencil in such a long time. Next is a lip product from NYX. It is the Shimmer Down Lip Veil in Glaze in It. I thought these were so cool. I had never seen them before. Also, they're so fat. I don't know if they need to be that fat, but it is a lip veil, and because the shimmery glossy lip is kind of like in at the moment, this is like a product to pop on top of your lipstick and stuff to give it a bit of shimmer. They had quite a few colors, like maybe like 8 to 10 colors. Quite shimmery, and I really like the texture of it. It's actually kind of like an oil. That's what it feels like. It feels like a lip oil. So I like how it's not super glossy. I like how it's very, very loose and quite thin of a texture, so you can pop it on whatever lipstick you want. And I chose the kind of like pinky shimmery shade since going into summer, spring, and I feel like I'll be wearing more nudes and pinks and like that. And then the last two products I got from NYX are the glitter palettes. Basically, they're like loose glitter pigments. I'm not going to open them here because I don't want it to get everywhere, but I will make sure to insert a little clip of how they look. But I've been really getting into more my shimmers and pigments lately, and I like popping just like a little bit in the middle of my lid. So I thought I would grab some colors that I don't really have, like a really light shimmery white-ish one. And then this is like a shimmery pinky brown, which like now that I look at it, I feel like I have one like this, and I think it's from NYX. They were like $5 or $6 each because they were half price, so I thought I would just grab a couple of those metallic glitter goodness. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little makeup haul, which I feel like I haven't done makeup in a really long time, and to kind of see what I would choose back in Australia with Western makeup, I guess, because that's another thing I haven't done in a really long time. It's just like Western beauty things in general. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I know most of you would rather like my Japanese, Asian beauty and stuff, I think, but please let me know if you do want more makeup videos. I've been meaning to for a while, but I guess I've been on this like skincare binge or whatever you want to call it. So please let me know, and also let me know if you are from Australia and you went to the 50% off Priceline sale, because I just like to know, and I like to see if there's some fellow Aussies on the channel. Without rambling any further, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.